Hey there, you're watching the Jessa channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and this is Kettle Falls. And we are doing part 2 of the making of a school teacher in The Sims 2. So we're going to be moving our school teacher into this little cottage over here. And in the last episode, in part 1 of this, we made the school teacher, and we also ended up making a deadbeat alcoholic dad. Just cause we needed a baby daddy, and he ended up actually having a backstory because, you know, we have a backstory for everything. We're storytellers, so that's what we do. And as always, I'm joined by my patrons who help me weave the story. And if you want to join me for live simming, most of the live simming I do on the channel nowadays is patron only. So if you want to join me live, you can do so at patreon.com/the Jessa channel. So we're going to go into Cass, and we're going to take our new pretty school teacher, and we're going to take our deadbeat dad and make babies. So let's do it. Okay, we are here in Cass, and for her last name, we're just going to, for now, do a placeholder name and name her teacher for now. Then we're going to go over here to create a sim. Oh, I see. It kind of makes it smaller and moves it over. I see. Okay. You know, and what I'm referring to is a mod by Chris Hatch that makes the UI larger for higher resolutions. And this is the first time I am using Cass with it, and to be honest, I don't really like it that much. The old UI looked fine to me. I was used to it. So I think I'll probably take that mod out. But what I will do is link it in the description below or in the comments. And if I don't do it, just give me a little poke, but in the comments. But if I forget, because it could be quite a while between the time that this goes up and the time we are recording it. We are going to now pick our school teacher that we have already made, and we made her using Pooklet's method. And there is a card up on screen right now that links to that tutorial that I created a few years back that show you how to make really individual Sims, really unique looking Sims. So this is what we came up with using that method. I love her face. Her eyebrows look like she's always just a bit surprised. I might lower her eyebrows when looking at her, but otherwise I like her. I'm going to go for hair and face here, and I'm just going to lower her eyebrows just a little bit. Actually, now up close, she looks fine with them. I don't know, it's hard I can't tell. She looks very surprised. Let's actually lower them just a little bit. Here we go. There we go, just a smidge. I want her to look, there we go, that's good, there we go, that's fine. So we came up with a wonderful sim here that I would not have been able to make myself, to be absolutely honest, just because I love Pooklet's method in that it causes you to make sims that you would not normally make on your own. It kind of gets you past your particular judgments or proclivities to how a face should look, and allows you to get sims that look really different. And so this is the sim here, and we don't have a name for her yet. We went with a kind of messy bun style, the glasses. She's super cute. I love her face. And I like that the sims don't end up looking 100% perfect. They have something unique about her face, like the slant of her eyes and the height of her eyebrows, for example. We have her everyday outfit. Let's go ahead and choose the rest of her outfits, her formal and otherwise. And now that I see this over here and how much more space it gives me, I changed my mind and I actually do like this now that I see how it looks with these. So I will keep this modded. And so I will, like I said, link this in the description below. So for her formal, oh, that's super cute just as it is. Zing. Done. Thank you, game. For her undies, those are a little plain. Let's go for, oh, those are cute. And then for her PJs, no. That's a no on those PJs. Let's go for, I think a little short one here. Oh, that's cute. Let's go for that. And, oh, I love that. Wow. That is great. Okay, so we're going to stay with that. Now, our school teacher does not yet have a name. We're going to be choosing that name, and I'm going to go ahead and ask my patrons to start typing in some names for suggestions. For her...
Oh, Lavishing.
So I think I'm just going to have to go with the plain old white and black. It's still got a little bit of a low neckline here, but, ooh. I see some wonderful names coming in here. But I think we'll go for that. And then for her outerwear, I'd like her to have something really... I like that, actually. That's very nicely done. Wonderful. Okay. So, finally, her aspiration. I'm going to actually just pick anything here as far as her personality is concerned, because we're going to actually randomize her personality a little bit more when we get into the game. I think probably family for her. And then for turn-ons and turn-offs, I think I love to do turn-ons that are based on skills. I think she likes someone who's very logical. And I think she likes someone who's a hard worker. Now, unfortunately, that might make her have a hard match, because most of my Sims are not +6 levels in their career. Most of my Sims own businesses, but I'm going to go for it anyway. And then I think she does not like maybe a hair color. I'm wondering if she maybe doesn't like guys with red hair, or maybe hats. So I'm going to go for red hair, for just because maybe she thinks that having 2 redheads might just make something very, very redheaded. Which I have no problem with, but maybe she's got a judgment about it. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to go for that. And so we now need to choose a name for our Sim. And I'm going to pause and I will be right back with you. So I have looked through all of the wonderful suggestions here that patrons put in, and I'm going to read some of them to you. Arlene Hannigan, Lydia Wright, Joanna Taylor, Elisa Smart, Beth or Beverly, Camilla Mosey. I love that name. Rosemary, Jerry, Blair. And the one that I'm going with here is Chris. Typed in, I'm Emily Bridgewater. And I love the last name Bridgewater. So I took Eliza, which I like, and then we're going to make her last name Bridgewater. And I like the name Camilla for her daughter. So I want to thank the patrons for being part of the story as always. So she is all ready to go. I haven't really got a sim bio for her. We're just going to go ahead and save her, accept her. I love her cheek. She's so cute. And let's change her last name to Bridgewater. And now it's time to make baby daddy. And he's got a unique look. I'm not going to lie. He's a unique looking dude. And when we first finished him, he looked like they both have like some hefty eyebrow action going on here. I love that you can see Eliza in the background. So we're just gonna call him Daddy right now because we don't have a name for him. So basically, what we ended up with after we did him was we ended up with nervous subject. Basically, a dark-skinned nervous subject, and then and you can see his eyes are kind of intense there. And but we also gave him kind of red cheeks to kind of indicate that as you can see that redness on his face, that he is he's kind of a drinker. He's kind of a drinker. And we gave him a Burt Reynolds stash because I don't know, we were just kind of going with it. I like this. I'm gonna have to, I think Chris Hatch, if you ever watch this, I like this ability to see things much better. It's pretty nice. Chris Hatch, by the way, is like, if you run over to Mod The Sims 2 and like type this in and look for it, you're not going to find it because it's not officially published. He posted it like he does with a lot of his mods. He just makes the mod and he tends to lurk in the a thread that says, what would you like to see in the game, or your wish list for the game, a thread like that. And he hangs out there and kind of fulfills wishes, basically. Yeah, this is the, oh, well, actually, you know what? There we go. That's a little bit better than that red. There we go. So he's got this really long, unique face. I like his eyes. And, you can really see a nervous subject thing going on here. And this is another example of a sim that I would not have made myself. Let's just be honest. I would not have made him. But he has a very interesting face. So for the purposes of this, we're not going to make him. We're just going to call him Daddy. Because all we want are his are his genes. That's all we want, is his DNA. So let's go ahead and accept him right now. We're going to have to choose an aspiration for him. We'll just, anything, pleasure's fine. And then turn-ons and turn-offs. And I'll just grab some random ones here because we're not going to be sending him down with this family. Now we're going to make a child. And you might be wondering if I'm going to make him a townie, but if you'll recall, I do not have townies in Kettle Falls. Oh, right there. We have a winner. That's it. There she is, right there. Say no more. Say no more. Here she is. And I really, really like the sim. He might have a, and I actually don't have geneticized skin tones. Most of my skin tones are not geneticized, but I love her. So this is the one we're going to go with. Yep, there she is. We have a winner. All right, Camilla. Now that we have her straight, we're going to go in and we're going to delete Baby Daddy. Bye-bye, Baby Daddy. And now we're going to go in and completely get Camilla set up. I love her hair just as it is. Now, one thing though is with her eyes, I want her to get her mother's eyes. Oh, look at that. Isn't she pretty? I think I want to lighten her skin one notch here. So she is wearing her dad's skin tone. So let me give her that skin tone. Now, I understand that there are freckles for darker skin tones. I actually don't have those, but I might have them in the next stream, because one of the benefits of being a patron of the Jessa channel is that we share our custom content and we link each other to different things. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for, is to give her with those freckles. Those are very cute. So we'll stick with that. Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to get what I want as far as... Okay, let's just undo that quick. Oh, God. Let's all just forget we saw that, okay? I'm trying to give her something that takes the dark underneath from her eyes. I'm basically just succeeding in traumatizing all of us. Let's give it one more try. I'm just trying to find something that is skin tone that gives her some more definition to her eye. Let's try this one. That's actually not bad. How about this? It still looks like she's wearing makeup, and I just don't like that for children. So that's going to have to be a hard no. I want something underneath there. So I don't think we're going to get anything. However, if you do know of something that could kind of take the darkness away from this that works for children, let me know in the comments. I don't know. I think she likes color.
Sifa.
Oh, with the little black leggings. I love that. Oh, she is so cute. I love her. Yay. I kind of like it with the badge because maybe this was her mother's alma mater. And this is fantastic. I just love this. So these are fantastic. And I love her shoes. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. For her little undies, we're just going to go for maybe those work. And then for her PJs, I feel like she's a quirky child. Oh, with the train. Absolutely, yes. And then for her, did I or did I not just say I feel like she's a quirky child? Did I or did I not just say that? And we have like 2 athletic outfits to choose from for children. That's it. In my 10 or more years of custom content gathering, that's all I have. So if you have any sets of athletic outfits for children, could you send them my way? Put a link in the description. Put a link in the comments below. Thank you. Yeah, this one right here. This is it. This is the one. I'm going to also randomize her personality when we get into game. I always do that for my Sims. And so we'll just leave this as is. Camilla Bridgewater. You know, I'm feeling like Camilla has a middle name. Okay, we have decided that her name is Camilla Joe, which is also an extra homage to a long-term patron and viewer of this channel, Joe. And she's got these cute pink boots. They're so cute. So we're getting a lot of, whoa, okay. And she's also possessed. She is, maybe her dad is part alien. I'm not sure, but she's adorable. She's absolutely wonderful. And we now have our school teacher and her daughter, Camilla Joe. I love that name. And then what we're going to do is we're going to accept this family and then head on into Kettle Falls and move them into their home. So our family is ready to move into Kettle Falls. The Bridgewaters are ready to move in. However, they cannot afford this house. And so we are going to grant them a generous donation from the Society for the Sim Goddess of Kettle Falls, or whatever, the beneficiary society for single moms. Maybe they got a nice blessing from the Single Mother Society or something. I don't know. But the way that I do this is I have an alias set up in my files. You can set up aliases that will shorten, instead of typing move objects on, you can set up an alias that is, for example, MON, which stands for move objects on. My alias for Family Funds, the Family Funds cheat, all one word, is FF. And then we're going to type in the name of the family. Now, luckily, this family, we only have one family with this name in it. So this is pretty easy to do. And then we're going to just plus her enough to buy the house. And so I'm going to give her just 30,000. I just want her to have enough for the house and the lot, but not need to have enough, not to have a lot left over. Actually, I think I need to make that 35. And then you enter, and then you can hover over the family, click them again, and you will now see that they have enough for that house. That leaves them 7,000 left over. And so let's go ahead and move them into this house. All right, our school teacher, Eliza Bridgewater and Camilla Jo Bridgewater have moved in, and we've already decided that we're going to call her Cammy Jo for short, because that is too cute for words. Her name is Cammy Jo. How freaking cute is that? She wants to make a friend, and so she'll definitely be able to go over to the Chesterton house and visit with them, which would be wonderful. But I'm going to actually go ahead and set these Sims up. And I think I'll do it on camera so that you guys can see the method in which I add new Sims into the neighborhood and how I set them up to make them ready for play. But before I do that, I want to offer my deepest gratitude to Terminathan, who is a longtime fan of the Jessa channel. He's also a fantastic house builder. He also has his own YouTube channel as well. So if he sees this and leaves a comment down below, you'll be able to click on his name and go to his YouTube channel. But in any case, he makes the most fantastic houses. And this is a house which he gifted to us here at the Jessa channel. So this is one of those benefits for being a patron. And this little house here, all we did was change the siding, and then we decorated it on the inside. And I may have shown this to you guys in the last episode, but let's see it again. This is their new home. Really perfect for these two. And my favorite thing about this house is this bench underneath the stairs. I love this, how that came out. Little kitchen over here. The Jessa channel special, otherwise known as the 2x2 bathroom. Upstairs has this fantastic, I love this mirror. I just love it. I absolutely love that mirror. But this is Eliza's bedroom, and we already have a bedroom ready made for Cammy Jo. So complete with a wonderful, a nice desk to match her boots. How cute is she? And then a dartboard and an easel up here, as well as a really nice desk. I love this desk. So we used this color scheme to decorate this. One of the patrons, if you are the patron that gave me this color scheme, let me know. But I want to say Nathan gave me this color scheme. I'm pretty sure he was in chat when we came up with this. But this is the color scheme that we used to decorate this house. I do highly recommend using color schemes to decorate your house, because you can get something that looks really different. It just helps to break you out of your comfort zone. And we've been using that for years now, ever since Akanthop days. So what we're going to do in order to get our family ready is we're going to do some randomizing. Okay, so these are all the different things that I use to set up a lot for playable, to a playable state. And I will show you, first of all, when building Normally I do this when building, but I did not in this particular lot. So the first thing we're going to do is place our street lamps. As you can see in Kettle Falls, as we zoom out, there are street lamps along all the houses here, including the schoolhouse and the orphanage, the Chesterton house here. So the problem being that this corner lot, just like with the Chesterton house, doesn't allow you to place items outside its boundaries. This is technically the boundary of the lot. So how do we get those lamps to show up along the edge, like we've done here with the Chesterton house? Another OMSP to the rescue. This OMSP right here is by Fienwald. It's at fienwald.com, as you can see on the screen here. And when I first discovered these OMSPs, mind blown, basically. Mind blown. I was so happy because I immediately thought, yes, I can put things out, because I use tiny lots. All of my lots, this is a 10 by 10 lot, for example. All of the lots in Kettle Falls, most of them are 10 by 10 lots. We have a few 10 by 20 lots. But the largest lot, as far as the residential lots are concerned, the largest lot is the community park, which is 3 by 3. So sometimes, for example, if I want to put a tree over here, for example, and have it show up just kind of behind the lot, there's not a lot of room for it, but I can use this OMSP to put trees outside the boundary of the lot. The other wonderful thing it allows you to do is to put lampposts outside the lot, so that you can have lampposts go all the way around a lot, such as the schoolhouse here. So what you do is quite simple. You just take the item that you want to appear, and it's going to appear here. There are several links for this. We used this, for example, to place a gypsy caravan outside of the Romany lot, a little mobile caravan, and they go up to as far as all the way across the street. So you can actually place things. I've never had a need to use one this far away, but I'm sure at some point I could probably find a need for it. But the one I use the most is the 2-tile one. All you do is place the item. Don't try and place the item here. You're going to place the item as it says, place here, and it will snap automatically to where you want it to go. And it's as simple as that. We're going to take another one here, place another one, and I'm just going to place this here because it's actually going to go right where this item is. So we're going to move this over here. And I generally put so we're going to go 2 tiles in here from the edge. Grab a street light. This is the Manor House garden lamppost that I use for all of Kettle Falls street lights. And there we go. So we now have the street lights going all the way around the block, and it creates a nice sense of cohesion, particularly in neighborhood view. Afterwards, you're going to go here, and you're just simply going to make it invisible. And it is that simple. So go and grab those from fienwald.com. And that's a fantastic site. There are a lot of other great things there, including a rug set that I abuse immensely. I heartily abuse that rug set. Now that we have our lamps in place here, these are the other things that I use on every lot. The first one here is this Dma Teleport. It is from a very old site that is long gone, and I'm very sorry because the name of the site, it doesn't even matter. It's long gone. But you can still get this item, and I'm going to hide it back here so that when the walls are down, which they won't be, but it'll be kind of hidden behind some furniture there. This is a caller ID. And I love this for storytelling purposes. When I place it, I'm going to disable auto greet automatically. And then I am going to disable caller ID, and then I'm going to enable it again, because for some reason in the last few years I've had to do that when I place it in order to get it to work. But in those many episodes of on Kettle Falls and in Akanthop, when we have seen who's calling, it is because of this. This is available from Pay Sites Must Be Destroyed, which you can Google, and then it is called Dma Teleport. The next thing that I always add to each lot is the wallet token controller. I changed the model to 7. Nope. 7, which I have memorized. I just like that model. Now there's a number of different models here that you can choose from. There's that nice Daisy, for example, which I think is a little bit big for this lot. Actually, this might go nicely right here. And let's put this like right there by the couch, and that works. And this is basically how I do a lot of the banking in Kettle Falls. It allows people to have an individual, basically allows people to keep their money separate. The Sims to have separate money, different accounts. So we could deposit account. It also allows us to do a wonderful thing, including pay people on the spot. And the Sim will go through the animation of walking over to the other Sim, taking money out and paying them the amount that you want to pay them. So that's been very important for all kinds of things with an integrated hood. Then the next thing I do is I set the season to always be season 1, which it is. And then I set the season length to infinite. Because of the way that I change seasons in Kettle Falls, I changed them neighborhood wide as opposed to lot wide. Let me know if you have any questions about what I'm doing. I'm going to take this and delete it now, because once you've done it, you don't need to. Actually, you know what? Let me just make sure by setting letting the time flow for a minute there. But it'll always be spring, and you can see every season is spring because I change it from the hood view. Because I change it when I want it to be changed rather than how many days we've played in a lot. The next thing that I do is I use this little thing right here. This is the Autosave Game, and it is by Erroneous. I believe that site is still up, and when I'm saying Erroneous, I am saying Aaron, AARONEOUS. What this does, though, is it allows you to set an auto save game reminder, which is wonderful. I like to set mine for every 12 hours. So I'm just going to click on this, change auto save frequency, and then I'm going to set it for 12 hours. So every 12 hours, so at 8 a.m. and at 8 p.m., a little thing will pop up saying, would you like to save your game now? I highly recommend this. The next one here is the the Lot Debugger, basically. And this is by Pescado at More Awesome Than You. This is a key mod, and I recommend putting it on every single lot, because when you have difficult problems with the lot, this allows you to get yourself unstuck. I have a version which makes it look like a vase. This is available from More Awesome Than You. Just type in More Awesome Than You, Lot Debugger, and into Google, and that will take you there. And you can search for the little mod that allows you to make it, because what it normally looks like is a black box with a bat symbol on it, which is for many years, we Simmers spent a lot of energy trying to hide it in different places, usually under the foundation. But this little vase is very unintrusive. I tend to put mine by the sink or on a counter in the kitchen. And these are some of the things that it can do. and why it's so important. It can change weather. It can clear gossip, nuke attraction markers, things that you want to do to upgrade your sim, for example, which we're going to be doing as well, to make her ready for uni, make it be that she's gone to college, basically. And then make me smart, turn me into a witch, make me a plant sim, the whole thing. And it has a lot of little things there that you can do to basically, it's just a little helpful cheat object and a fixer of problems in your lot. The last thing that we're going to do is we're going to use the sim blender to randomize some of the traits of our sim. And this is one way that I do it. Another way that I do it is outside the game using the program I was looking at is called TS2 Enhancer, and I have used that program for many years. It allows you to go ahead and randomize a lot of things with the sim. But if you don't have that program, then another way to do it is to use the sim blender, which is this little plant thing. It's by 2 Jeffs. The sim blender, Sims 2, will get you to it. And the first thing we're going to do is we can randomize her aspiration, but I like her being a family sim. What else do I want to do here? Skills. Here. So since she is an adult sim, and you know, when you bring a sim in from cast, they have no skills. No skills. So I always go in and give her some skills, and I just randomize them. And then if we go here, and then go back, you'll see that she now has cooking, mechanical, charisma, logic, but she's still, and you can do this as many times as you like, basically. The other thing here is her gender preference. You can randomize that as well too. I know that she is, I can make her bi, I can make her straight, low, just make her straight. I'm gonna make her straight. Under hobbies, her one true hobby, I'm also going to randomize that. Her interests, I'm going to randomize those. Her badges, I'm going to give her some random badges. And then also her zodiac. So for this one, because I have randomized, I'm also going to randomize her personality as well too. So let's actually do that first. Under personality, there we go. So I'm just going to randomize her personality. And then go here, and you can see that it is now different. The white line underneath. And when I told people about this in the live stream some time ago, people were like mind blown. They had no idea. But the white line under here indicates the Sim's personality at birth or creation, at creation, basically. Whether it comes from cast or whether it comes from birth. These are the traits that they were born with. So, she was born with, for example, half lazy, 5 points of lazy. Because we've just randomized her, that is now different. So it's a neat thing to look at when your sim is born and then when they're become an elder, how their personality has changed over their lifetime. So that's what those little tiny white lines mean. We're going to keep her randomized here. She's very nice. And I like that. I think she's also very neat. She's shy, she's active, and she's very serious. I think it's a perfect personality for her. And then we'll go back in here. And for her zodiac, she is currently a Capricorn. And I just like to pick one that seems kind of like how she'd be. And did I say Capricorn? That's an Aries. And I think she would be, well, let's actually have the patrons choose, and I'll be right back with you. All right, the first suggestion was Virgo, so Virgo she is. And then we're going to do the same thing. I believe that's everything. Let's just double check. Yep. And we can also give her a career at this point, and actually we will do that. Let's give her an adult career. And I want her to be, we can put her in education, which is probably, we could just also make her a teacher, but I like her being in education. It'll give her a little bit more money. There we go, education. And then that comes up here into her her queue here. But I believe that's everything that we need to go ahead and complete Eliza's randomization. Then the next thing is to do Cammy Joe's. I love Cammy Joe. I love that name, Cammy Joe. So, Cammy Joe, we're going to first do her skills. And because she's a child, I am probably not going to randomize her skills and just let her learn them naturally over the space of her life. Her traits, her interests, I'm going to randomize. Hobbies, randomize. And the reason why I randomize it is just for story purposes. Sometimes if I have an idea of the character I want them to be, but I like them becoming who they are. For this one, I feel like she's so outgoing and bouncy. I think she's a Gemini. Her badges, I'm gonna let her earn her badges as a child. And then the next thing we're gonna do is randomize her personality. And then let's see what we get for her. Oh, she is very grouchy, very serious, somewhat lazy, extremely shy, but very neat. And I'm going to keep her like that because perhaps, you know, I don't know, that's pretty grouchy. She was so nice at birth. And I just don't feel like she's a grouchy child. So let's go ahead and let's do that again. I just don't feel like she's that grouchy. Oh, by the way, very important. I just saw this here and want to remember. So I was just sharing with you about their genetic personality, these little lines that indicate their personality at creation. If you want to now sync this with the personality you've randomized them to, after you've randomized them and you click on personality, you can click sync genetic personality. Then go to one tab, go back, and you will now see that it all matches. And that's nice. That's a nice way to do it. So we'll do that as well. Something that I had forgotten about. So let's go ahead and randomize her again. And see if we can't get something that is a little bit more how I see her. There we go. So there's completely nice, very serious, somewhat active, very outgoing, which is how I see her. And I do see her as being somewhat sloppy. So we're going to stick with that. And we're going to go ahead and go up here to personality and click sync genetic personality. So she's more like her mom. Exactly. And then I think that's it for her. I don't think there's anything else. And so that's how I go ahead and randomize Sims to make them more interesting than what you get out of casts. I'm going to leave them alone and just see what they do on their own. Nothing. Let's make sure I have free will on because it's off. There we go. That's why. I was like, they're not a lively bunch, are they? It's like, boy, this is going to be a boring family. Gosh. Okay, free will. So let's see what they. Oh, before I do that, I just remembered something. But let's see what they were gonna do. Oh, give a friendly hug. Oh. Now before we do that, before we play the game, I did forget one more thing, and that is when a sim comes out of Create a Sim, they do not have any, and they're an adult. They haven't gone to uni yet. They haven't gone to university, and they haven't been set up for free time. So over here, we are going to upgrade this sim. We are going to give her a major. And I think her major would be... I'm not sure. Let's ask the patrons and find out. Okay, we got 3 votes for history, so yep, history. History it is. And that gives her those extra wants that you get from being a university sim. And it happens automatically, as you can see. The next thing is to go over here and upgrade her again and give her a lifetime want and give her some milestones, which means the final step is to go here to her aspiration rewards and give her her aspiration points. That means we can now choose her secondary aspiration, a very important part of bringing a new sim into the hood. So I think we can make her knowledge, which is very typical for a teacher. But that will give her this impart knowledge thing, which is really neat. And so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to give her a slower need decay. We're going to give her impart knowledge, and then let's give her this learning rate here. And then I don't like to do the needs. That just makes them a little bit boring to play. I think we're going to go for work here. And we're going to go for business instinct and give her some more vacation days so she can spend time with her daughter. And also maybe it will signify the kind of, the days that school is closed, or, that school is on a break. So that's her secondary aspiration. And then I'm pretty sure, yeah, okay. So we can't pick a secondary aspiration until she becomes a teen. So I'm not going to spend any of this until we get that choice. She was going to go get the paper, which is hidden in the grass there. I didn't even see that. And Camilla Jo wants to hug her. Go ahead and follow her, Camilla Jo, and get your hug. Oh, she was sitting down to read just like a teacher, wanting to know the news that is going on. Camilla, why don't you join her on the couch? And you know what? Why don't you play? Get Mom's attention. One of the many things I love about The Sims 2 are the details. And I don't think in the games that came after The Sims 2, 3, and 4, that detail of the Sims bouncing up and down when another Sim is jumping. I love that. Look at that. And we have a family. and we also have picture time. So we unpaused for a minute and we got this lucky shot. And this, as you can see here, are the Bridgewater girls. Eliza Bridgewater and her daughter, Cami Jo. And we are going to end this episode here with the new family moved into their cottage. And in the next episode, we will get her set up at school, and we'll also get Cami Jo connecting with the fellow children of Kettle Falls. But I want to thank you so much for joining me for this episode. If you enjoyed this episode of The Sims 2, then please let me know by giving this a thumbs up, or let me know in a comment down below. And, as always, thank you so much for watching.